Yo, what is good guys? My name is Giovane and I'm back with another video. Real quick, cause I have to remind you guys, if you do watch the entire video, make sure to smash that mother like button. Anyhow, it feels good to finally be back from Los Angeles, also known as VidCon, also known as Satan's asshole. You know, every single time I think of LA, I kind of just label it as like the hypebeast capital of the United States. People out there, legit, like every corner, you'll see people wearing like the cheapest, most ugliest Supreme t-shirts. But for real, shout out to Supreme. Don't be fooled. I am wearing currently my only pair of Supreme boxers, and it's only a pair of briefs that I ever wear. I legit only have one pair of boxers, and that is my Supreme boxers. And no, I do not wash them. I gotta keep them ready in case I ever want to sell them. Anyway, as I was saying about VidCon, I didn't go for the actual convention aspect of it. I went more for the social aspect of it, you know. There wasn't really much to it, even though actually, me and my friend Idris was chilling around the convention for a little bit, right? And we decided to do a drinking game. Don't worry, we're both like 12 years old. Game. Every time you see someone wearing some superstars, you take a shot. But you know, fortunately, we both don't drink, so we didn't die off alcohol poisoning. The amount of superstars I saw on feed there was insane. The annual reunion for superstars. I love superstars. Superstars are great shoes, man, but they're just everywhere. Like every single time I'm in LA, everyone wants and has. Like if you don't have it, you're not from LA. I'm sorry, bro. And that is the drum roll, please. Drum roll. Thrasher. Thrasher. Everyone out there has a Thrasher t-shirt. Thrasher. On Mama's, I swear I saw 12,000 Thrasher t-shirts. You know, at one point, to be fair, I did want a Thrasher t-shirt. I'm glad I didn't get one, but Thrasher. But that's not what I'm here to talk to you guys about. I'm here to tell you guys, for any of you guys actually that plan on going to Los Angeles, the fashion hypebeast capital of the United States, I'm gonna give you guys my guide to Los Angeles. And for my disclaimer, LA is a huge city. You can get lost out there. I go to LA every other 2 months. I live in North Cali, but for the most part, I think I have a good idea. So I'm gonna start off with the most commonly known areas, and that for me is definitely Rodeo Drive and Fairfax. And when I think of Rodeo Drive, I definitely think of more high-end fashion, more luxury. Fairfax, when I think of Fairfax, it's more of a, you know, urban and street. If you ever do catch me at Fairfax, you'll most likely see me either getting something to eat, or maybe at 424 on Fairfax, one of my favorite stores on Fairfax. Really the only store I ever visit on Fairfax, but on to the next subject, and that is thrifting. Every single time I visit Los Angeles, I always encounter different thrifting stores. Most of them are pretty trash. It's such a populated area that all the good stuff just gets purchased immediately. But I do have some recommendations. Buffalo Exchange on Beverly has a decent selection. There's also plentiful Crossroads locations. Nothing too interesting there, but you know, it doesn't hurt to stop by there. You can hit up Round 2. They have a vintage store and then a more of a hypebeast store. You can go to either or. I think it's a little pricey. Oh, and there's also 2 wastelands. I'm gonna just let you guys know, I did end up going to both, and the Studio City one is by far the better wasteland. Personally, I think there's a better selection there. I went with a couple of my friends. My friend Idris actually purchased the APC Kanye collaboration jacket there, so you know, it's not a dud. There's definitely a lot of cool stuff you can get there. Also, I almost forgot, if you are in LA on a Sunday, definitely hit up the Melrose Trading Post. It's not a thrift store or anything, but a bunch of vendors go out and sell a bunch of vintage garments. And it's not just clothing. Oh, my chicken nuggets are ready. Okay, up next, I have a huge list of stores. I'm gonna briefly go over each one of them. I don't wanna spend too much time on. I'm gonna start with Acne Studios. Acne Studios is my first stop whenever I'm in LA, just because there you can always find stuff on sale there, and Acne, if I could wear one brand for the rest of my life, that's Acne Studios for sure. Another store you should definitely stop by is Fred Segal. That store is by Melrose, I think. Personally, I think they have a solid selection of many brands, you know, varying from Comme des Garçons to Junja to Balenciaga. Also, as always, you can't really leave out Barney's, New York. There's one on Wilshire. Go to the one on Wilshire Boulevard. That one right there is huge. There's so much stuff. Next up, one of the stores that every time I go into, I always leave with something just because they have a really interesting variety of brands, and that's Opening Ceremony, which is located, you know, fairly close to Fairfax. Another store you can visit is definitely the Maison Margiela store. That store is just aesthetically very pleasing. I've been there like one time and I loved it. I didn't buy anything because I was broke. And speaking about stacks, you better have stacks for this store. You better come in with a Goyard bag filled with a bunch of money in it. That is the Maxfield store. Very nice store. A lot of high-end fashion brands, luxury, just a little pricey. Another interesting store you should definitely stop by is the Chrome Heart store. They do have a little bit of clothing there, but it's primarily jewelry based. It is a little bit hidden. It is by Beverly Hills. It's a little cutty, so make sure your location address is on point when you find it if you do end up going. Oh, and there's also the Lion's Den boutique, which is located in Chinatown. I know, kind of an awkward position, but they do have like really cool lighting, and I think that's it for like any stores that came to the top of my head. Oh, the Marc Jacobs store, if I think it looks really nice from outside. It's like all green and stuff. And finally, I have all the other stuff you can do while you're in LA, like get a nice haircut. If you want a fresh cut, definitely hit up Baxter, Finley. They definitely have the fresh cuts on deck. If you are hungry, definitely stop by Earth, or you can stop by Birdie's LA. You can stop by Trejo's Tacos. Ooh, Conveyor Belt Sushi, that's a cool spot. Definitely stop by the Museum of Death, Museum of Ice Cream, the Griffith Observatory, Little Tokyo, Chinatown. And that does it for the video. That's my streetwear guide to Los Angeles. I hope you guys liked it. Oh, no, I'm thinking about doing a Q&A. Let me know if you want me to do a Q&A. I don't know. Oh, before I forget, go ahead and follow me on Snapchat at young.luis. I'm thinking about posting my outfits there. Oh, follow me on Instagram at luis.z. I have a nice portraits of myself on there. And follow me on Twitter at young Luis. You can, and as always, I don't have an outro.